Hey class, today my presentation will be on acrylic plastic. So acrylic plastic, known as plexiglass, is a useful material that resembles glass, but it offers better transparency and it weighs less than regular glass. Some characteristics of acrylic is high impact resistance, strong durability, high transparency, and its ease to clean or polish the surface. It is used widely as a glass substitute due to its durability, its cheaper cost of production, and high transportation trade, which makes it glass but more clear and resistant to weather. And it can be made in multiple forms, such as rods and tubes, due to processes of cast and extrusion. In 1907, Dr. Otto Röhm teamed up with Otto Haas to create the Röhm and Haas Company, which originally was for textile, and in 1923 created a safety glass for cars that was not acrylic. Acrylic glass was discovered in the early 1930s by British chemists at the Imperial Chemical Industries, and that's when it was named polymethyl methacrylate, or PMMA. Röhm and Haas Company soon discovered that PMMA could be polymerized between two sheets of glass, and it separated as its own acrylic glass sheet. Röhm trademarked this process and then called it plexiglass in 1933. So the two main processes for acrylic plastic is cast process and the extrusion process. The first step for the methyl methacrylate process for the cast is they pour methyl methacrylate or MMA liquid into the mold, which is made of two sheets of glass that are made to the specific parameters, and they are separated by gasket in order to reach the required thickness. Then the MMA is submerged into warm to hot boiling water or a pressurized oven where the process of polymerization takes place. And then it turns into PMMA. Once the polymerization is complete, the panel is taken out and removed to go through a cooling process, whether it's natural drying or into cool water. Once it's cooled completely, then it will be ready for packaging. For the extrusion process, loading raw materials into a hopper and it is fed through the long heated cylinder. In that cylinder there is a big screw that twists and mixes together the raw materials as it begins to mold together. Once that material is molded completely, it goes out of the specified shape die of the finished product. As that finished product shape begins to leave the die, it will go into a bath of cool water so the material can begin to harden. Finally, as the material goes through, it will go across a conveyor belt. That conveyor belt will then cut at a specific distance to measure out the required length for the material that they needed. Here are some of the products that acrylic glass is known to be associated with, which is some tubes, rods, the plexiglass, as well as windows on submarines, headlights, and vehicle windows. These are my references for research, and I thank you for listening.